Hey guys, if you like GamersCast reviews, we have a new directory of reviews now. If you want to check it out, head on over to gamerscastpodcast.com/reviews. It's a collection of video and audio reviews made by GamersCast. Well guys, Sega, they did it again. They released yet another port of the original Sonic the Hedgehog game for the Genesis, and this time it's for the Wii's Virtual Console. Well, here's my review of the Virtual Console version of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's been a long time since the game originally came out, but how many copies do we already have? 10? 20? From endless collections of it being emulated in, and GBA versions coming out, here comes yet another addition to the many ports of Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, I think Nintendo and Sega are still competing to see who can get the most ports for classic games. Look at Mario Brothers 2 also. Jeez. But anywho, Sonic the Hedgehog, it's its original classic self. It was what started the entire franchise off. And let me tell you, if you've never played the original and you've just been playing all these 3D ones, you'll know why it was so popular and why it's been around for so long. Yep, this game has all the classic levels and all that fun stuff. This time, unlike other versions, you can of course create save points or suspend data using the Wii's Virtual Console, and then you can just leave off where you left off, unlike the original versions when you just had to keep going and pausing and stopping and keep going and all that fun stuff. But aside from that, it's the original classic game. Of course, there are no spin boosts because that was the first one that didn't come around until the second one. Anywho, in this game, Sonic's the only character that we've been introduced to so far. And to tell you the truth, the game doesn't show any of the plot at all, unlike recent Sonic games. It just goes straight to the title screen, and you're in it. And once you're in, well, you can try to figure out the plot, but generally, Eggman, beat him, that's it. No dialogue at all, no voice work, no nothing. Just a platforming game that just starts from scratch. Then again, Super Mario Brothers did the same thing. So, of course, a lot of games did this back at that day and age, so not really complaining too much about that. So, it was one of the great platforming games of the 90s that sparked the rivalry between Sonic and Mario. And of course, since Sega systems went obsolete, Mario came out on top. But the first Sonic game was a great contender. You see, it has all the classic elements, getting all the rings, the bonus stages, and everything. The game is emulated perfectly in the Wii's Virtual Console. I cannot find even a single glitch so far. The game is exactly like the original. It has all the minus world features. It has all the same enemies, the same stuff. It's just classic goodness with Sonic. And unlike more recent side-scrolling 2D Sonic games, this one is the original, in which you didn't hold the right button the entire game. Why did they add that to the games? I don't know. But now, this one actually requires you to think and stop and keep going, and all those classic platforming elements don't get squished by the little things, by the rotating pillars, don't get hit don't touch the enemies. It has the shields in it. No electric shields, but that comes later in time. So, but you can still go into your normal rolling thing. You just can't charge up from scratch and go. And yep, Eggman bosses, just hit him, he's dead. But generally, as this is even with this being the first one, it is a pretty challenging game, believe it or not. I mean, if you're used to more recent Sonic games, those aren't really as challenging as the original. Nothing can really capture the goodness of this classic. So, really, it's just another port. If you never tried it before, I highly recommend getting it. So, Sonic the Hedgehog for the Wii Virtual Console gets an 8.2 out of 10.